Hey y'all, just a little disclaimer. This is a makeup tutorial, but this is not a professional makeup tutorial. This is a makeup tutorial for lazy. I don't want to say lazy. I want to say people who don't have time for all that stuff, like myself. So this is me doing my eyebrows. I fill it in with an eyebrow pencil and then I brush it just to blend it some and to get it to elongate it a little bit further without making it look too thick in the beginning. Let's just brush it. After I get it where I want to get it, I am going to go ahead and put some concealer on. The concealer I'm using is by Juvia's Place. I couldn't tell you the color or anything like that because it rubbed off a very long time ago. But I put it underneath and on top of both of my eyebrows. And then I'm going to find a thick, sturdy brush with bristles that are sturdy to blend this in. And we're just going to blend until it's smooth and not as thick around the eyes. Alright, and then if you feel like you need to do a little bit more filling in, go ahead and do that. Now I'm taking my beauty blender and just blending out the edges of that concealer. Now I'm gonna put on my makeup primer. This is by NYX. It's called Do Me Up, and I'm using this because I do have dry skin, so my skin tends to look very dry when I put foundation on top of it, and I don't want that. And I'm gonna use the Fit Me foundation. It's smooth, dewy finish as well. This is my first time using this type of finish. I usually have the matte finish, but I am learning as I go that matte does not work well with my skin. So I'm just gonna blend that into my skin all over. I'm gonna add a little bit more to the eye area just to make sure it has some there. And blend it on out. Next, I'm going to take my concealer and place it under my eyes, all of the places that I want to highlight. So we do our nose, above our lip, our chin, and you can even do below your cheekbones. Take that beauty blender and just blend it on out. Now this part, it takes a little long if you don't want to be looking crazy. I do spray mine with setting spray. You can wet it with water if you want to, or you don't have to do that at all. Just keep blending, just keep blending. Blend until you can't blend anymore. Alright, now to set this, I'm going to take some setting powder and I'm going to use my beauty blender to put that on. And I just put it wherever I have that concealer at. Just pack it on in there. Now you can let it sit so that it can bake, but I'm not going to do that. It's actually really good, especially if you have oily skin. You can let it sit for a minute, but I'm just going to pat mine down. I'm putting it around my mouth because I have laugh lines, because I do smile a lot, so that kind of helps with like making sure those lines don't stick. And then I'm just taking a fluffy brush to just get any excess powder off of my face. Now I'm spraying it with setting spray. That is by e.l.f. Let it dry. I do have a pimple, you guys, don't mind that. Alright, so now I'm gonna contour my nose. I'm using Black Radiance palette in medium to dark to contour my nose, and just make sure you're always blending everything you do to your face. When it comes to makeup, make sure you're blending it, not just applying it and going. Blend it to the best of your abilities. You can use your hand, a brush, a beauty blender. Just make sure you're blending. Alright, so I also use that same Black Radiance on my cheeks. So I start like right above my ear and just let it slant down towards my mouth, and just blend it to give that cheek contour effect. Put it up under your chin as well on both sides, and we're gonna do our forehead. Alright, now this is highlighter. This highlighter, it's not popping enough for me, but that's what I used. But I do put it on my cheekbone to highlight it and have it pop, as well as along my nose, the bridge of my nose. I put it all the way up. Some people just put it on the tip. Yeah. Also put it under my eyebrows. And just apply until you're satisfied with that. And right now I'm just gonna do a light eyeshadow, nothing crazy. I used Juvia's Place at first, but then I had to switch to the James Charles Morphe palette because it just gave me more pigment. But I'm just using a neutral brown and orange to add some warmth to my eye. That's the orange. And let's just put like a lighter tan right there on my eyelid at the bottom. And then put those same colors under your eye as well, close to your waterline. I just like the way that looks. And then I'm gonna go in with eyeliner, black. Alright, so next we're gonna get into the blush. Adding a little blush, not too much, just to add some color to my cheeks. Now for the lips, I am lining my lips, and I line the inside because I have full lips. I don't need them to look any fuller. If you want your lips to look fuller, you line them on the outside. Then adding some lipstick. It's like a dark kind of purplish that I added, and then I put it like a tan color on top of that, and then some lip gloss on top of that. And I'm adding some highlight to my lips as well as to the corner of my eyes. Now here I am adding eyelashes. These are just some basic eyelashes that I found in my makeup bag. I normally do longer, thicker lash, but this is just an everyday basic look. Alrighty. Spray with some setting spray, let your hair down. You know, might put it up in a bun. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my first YouTube tutorial video. If you liked it, please thumbs up, subscribe please, and I'll see y'all on my next video.